Alright, so up here in Hermantown, first game of the tournament, facing Fargo Freeze. Well, it's good to have two fans today. Honestly, when we played Roseville the other day, everybody, so like there was probably 80 people in Roseville, and then there was this little tiny section right here that maybe was 15 people for Minneapolis. It was sad. All right, right off the bat here, we have Grady come up with it, gets it up to Grant. Now that one gets all the way to the goalie, taps it over to the corner. Travis tries to come up with it in the corner. And the Freeze don't quite come out. Now they come out with it. Comes out into the neutral zone. All right, fighting for it at the center line. Well, comes out back, get to the center line. Picked up by Dietz, gets it up to Beckett. Beckett, backhand, kind of a weak shot, but rebound comes across. That one fired high by Patrick. Martin sends one through the middle. Picked up by their goalie. So, good start for Minneapolis. A little bit of pressure here in the first minute. Putting on 3 shots on goal right away. So, hopefully shots on goal translates to actual goals today. Alright, so Freeze tries to get it out of their own zone. Now picked up by Nico, sent into the pads of the goalie. Now there's a shot on goal for the Freeze. Nico picks that one up and brings it through center ice. Gets it over to Casper, who just dumps one deep. Gets it over to Patrick. Patrick keeps it back behind the net. Picked up by Casper. Ooh, fires one wide. He actually had a little bit of net opening there. And that one pops into the neutral zone. Martin lost it coming through. Creates a little bit of a breakaway, but nice job by Cam there to use the body. Patrick sends it around to Martin. Martin gets it over to Downey. Gets flipped into the middle, picked up by the Freeze. Martin plays that back behind the net, gets it over to Downey. Downey sends it up the ice. Cam fighting for that one. Fargo free. They both fall down on top of each other, so that comes back into neutral ice with the Freeze. You're just not able to get a shot off. And that comes all the way through. It's not going to be an icing, but that'll give Minneapolis a chance to make a change. Dietz gets one to the middle. Shot fired by Grady. So we have just over 12 minutes left to go in the first period. 0-0, shots on goal, 5 for Minneapolis. and 1 for the freeze. Grant keeps that in, back behind. Oh, Beckett's sense went off the pipe. All right, we've got Dietz playing that one. Yeah, that goes back behind Theo. That goes over to Travis. Gets poked away by the freeze. They're going to have a shot out in front. Goes wide. Tries to get it over to Beckett. Beckett pushes it up. That goes into the neutral zone. Grant taps that up. Oh, Grant with a little bit. Oh, man. Travis and Grant both there. Don't know who got the shot off, but either way, it was saved by their goalie. Really a great opportunity, great play. I mean, as close as it gets to having a goal. And that one gets pushed all the way down. Theo plays it. Patrick brings it up ice. Martin sends it in deep back behind their goalie. Nico gets to it. Nico gets a shot on goal. And bounces out. Goes all the way the other direction. Theo plays that. Martin ends up losing it. Owen comes through, picks it up back behind the net. They get a shot on goal right in the belly of Theo with, they're forgetting to stop the clock. 10:07, there we go, they finally stopped it. Little 10-second runoff, it's fine. All right, Grady back behind, ends up giving it away to Fargo. All right, tap back into the neutral zone. And he flips it all the way back. Dietz is there first. Dietz gets it over to Cam, back to Dietz, pushes it up to Brady. Dietz grabs that again, sends it around, taps it over to Cam. Cam pushes it up the boards. Their guy goes down. Brady keeps it in. Brady plays back behind. I'm not sure what's laying on the ice out there. Doesn't look like a piece of a stick, but... Ooh, centering pass gets to Grant. Grant fires belly of their goalie. All right, Grant taking face off, tries to get it to Beckett. Fargo comes out with it. Grant drops that in deep. Ooh, Martin fires a shot on. Travis picks it up. Travis looking, tries to center, goes off a skate. Centering pass goes right through the middle. And that's an offsides. Martin was really close to keeping that on, but I agree with the call. All right, face-off won by Owen. Oh, man, Casper shoots just wide again. Got to get that on net. All right, Casper fighting for it back behind. Nico helps him out, comes through, picks it up. Oh, makes a move. Oh, actually got it through another set of skates. Down to Owen. Owen, all right, comes back out into the neutral zone. I mean, so for the first 7 minutes of the game here, it's been kind of all Minneapolis. So if we can keep this pressure on, we should have a good chance at this game. Ooh, Casper fires one on and covered up again by their goalie.
You can see what you mean by like 30. You might be at 40 shots.
We're on pace. 0 goals and lots of shots. All right, face-off won by Fargo. Sent around. Grady keeps it in. Ooh, right out in front. Grady sends that across the crease. Dites tried to shoot that one in on. Didn't get there. Oh, Downey over to Brady. Goes high and wide. Grady sends one in. Another shot on goal. Dites sends one in. Oh, out in front, bouncing. Grady fires one, another big save. And that one's going to sit on top of the net. Yeah, so far I really like the fan base from Fargo. I was chatting with the other guy doing video. They seem like a good crew. All right, 6.5 to go. Oh, Travis picks that up. That could have been a tripping, but they didn't call it. Grant plays that far side. Travis picks it up back behind. Oh, makes a move. Oh, and then the goalie ends up having to cover. It was more of a lost puck there by Travis on the side of the net that made its way to the goalie. Whistle blown. Looks like somebody maybe went early. Another shot fired on. Beckett back behind, flips one. Oh, that's a high stick. I mean, a high stick isn't that big a deal. It's just face-off in the Minneapolis zone. 6 minutes to go. Shots on goal, 13-3. So we really need to just get one in. Pops out, Dites tries to fire one on off the skates of a defender. Owen playing the body in the corner. So most of this game has been spent in the Minneapolis zone. Oh, and absolute snipe by Nico. Oh, nothing the goalie could do on that. That was a great shot by Nico. Not sure. Looks like maybe Casper's got the assist on that. Possibly Owen as well. Either way, that gives Minneapolis a 1-0 lead. Good to get out on top first. That's been our struggle lately. Oh, Nico again. Ooh, gets it over to Owen. Almost taps one in. That would have been sweet to get a second one that quick. Oh, nice pass by Owen over to Nico. Ends up going back behind the net. Yeah, I forget that when we come to Hermantown, they let the boys play a little harder. Great pass straight through the middle. Oh, shit. Owen just went down hard in the corner. Slow to get up. He is getting up and skating off on his own, which is good to see. But he took an awkward shot down into the boards. There's a shot. I don't think that's technically on goal, but they give it to him. That would have been on the side of the net. Dietz picks that one up down below. All right, picked up by Brady, sent in. Downey goes to play the puck. Cam with him. Picked up, picked up almost by Cam, but goes back to Patrick. Shot on goal. Another one right in front, and Travis taps that in. So, so far been a pretty lopsided game. We need to get some confidence going into the next one here. And we got a lot of game left in this one. This is far from over, but it's looking pretty good for us as long as we can keep the gas going. Ooh, another good pass out by Travis, but picked up by their goalie. Sent all the way out. Gets to Theo, sends it over to Martin. And Beckett picks that up, tries to play it up the boards. Picked up by Travis back behind, back to Beckett. Beckett makes a move, sends it over to Martin. Martin tries to flip it back down to Beckett, gets picked. Martin holds his zone, throws it back behind, gets it to Travis. Travis skates it all the way around, fires one high and wide. All right, went off the back of the goal. It was one of those weird angles I thought might actually catch the back of the goalie. All right, Travis picks it up, sends it through. He gets over to Martin. Martin centers. Oh, got right out in front. The goalie didn't cover. That's going to be an icing. All right, Cam taking face off, gets it back to Dietz. Dietz sends one, it goes off of either our guy or a defender. Casper comes up with it, tries to center. Nobody was there for it. Casper plays that up, tries to center it again. Two Fargo guys there. Gets over to Grady. Grady centering pass to Nico. Goes through his stick, goes wide. All right, sent over to Grady. Grady gives it over to Dietz. Dietz sends it up to Cam. This game is looking, like I said, kind of one way here, which is great. We need a win. We've got a big game against Lakeville. Still the first period. Centered pass to Patrick. Ended up finding the belly of the goalie. Alright, Grant wins face-off, gets back to Martin. Martin sent one wide, gets over to Brady. Now back behind was Downey, back to Brady. Alright, and Patrick finally pushes him off the puck. We've got 25 seconds left to go in the period. In the neutral zone, Fargo comes up with it. Brady sends that one in. That should end the period here. All right, so going into the second period, we've got a 2-0 lead. Martin tries to fire. All right, sorry guys, I had to take a quick bathroom break. It's a long ways away. So we're a little over 14 minutes left in the second period. I'll switch that here too. Yeah, so 14 minutes left in the second period. We're up 2. We're out shooting them right now, 19-4. so I do need to stand up. I tried sitting down, but then I can't see anything. All right, so Nico comes through with it, fires one, pad save. Patrick tries to fire one through, hits the back of the skates of either Nico or a defender. Ooh, Owen comes through. Owen with a nice aggressive play there. Finds the puck in the middle and puts one in.
Stop standing around with your feet.
All right, Minneapolis comes up with it. All right, Fargo's got a little bit of a push, and that goes. I think Theo actually hit that one, but would have been off the side of the net. And Theo covers. All right, that gets sent back into the neutral zone. Fargo picks it up, brings it back in. Actually finds Theo. Theo taps it ahead, ends up going from Downey to Cam. Nope, Cam comes up with it, makes a sweet move, but then gets bottled up by two guys. Downey comes in and draws the penalty. So exactly what we want there. So it'll be a hooking on Fargo. Nice job by Downey to draw that. Got 12-13 left to go in the second period. I'd be a little surprised if we don't capitalize on this power play. Face-off one, Beckett fires one wide. Grant picks it up. Grant drops it down to Beckett. Beckett looks over to Patrick, to Grady, over to Travis, centering pass. Yeah, couldn't quite get a shot on it. Patrick, far side, over to Grady. Grady to Patrick. Patrick fires high and wide, gets over to Travis. Travis dumps over to Patrick. Patrick ends up bringing it back around over to Grady. Grady fires. Travis back to grip. Nope, shot fired on. All right, lots of stuff going on in the middle there. A couple shots on goal. All right, back to Patrick, over to Grady. Grady fires one, gets tipped wide. Beckett picks it up. Over to Patrick, over to Beckett. Yeah, in the middle. Yep, finally gets tapped out. Grady brings it over, gets it down to Casper. Casper looking to skate through, gets it over. All right, goes back to Grady. We've only got 15 seconds left on this power play. Ooh, right to Grady. Oh, Grady fires in. Nice save by their goalie. Nico sends one through the middle, gets tipped wide. We've got 10 minutes left to go in the second period. Both teams are full strength. Shots on goal now are 24-6. That was an icing call. So I'll bring it back into the Minneapolis zone. All right, Cam taking face off. Yeah, Patrick tries to take a shot, misses it, but gets it back. Puts another shot on goal. Patrick in the corner. So Fargo sends a shot on, big rebound. Picked up by Patrick. Yeah, they're going to call that every time. That's a trip in. So Patrick had picked that one up out in front, and the guy just kind of came in, swooped his legs out. I don't think it was intentional, but... So another power play opportunity for Minneapolis. All right, back to Martin. Shot fired on. So still piling shots on. I'm glad we've gotten a couple of those to go in. Martin sends up to Travis. Skates it across the blue line. Travis over to Dietz. Dietz over to Martin. That's offsides. All right, picked up by Nico, sent around the back of their net. We're still on the power play for another minute 15. Nico picks that up back behind, gets it up to Martin. And that'll be an icing. So that'll be one of the few face-offs we've had so far in the Fargo zone. All right, that face-off picked up by Beckett. Sent it off the board. No, calling an icing. So we're on the power play, but ending back up in the Fargo zone. All right, we look like we're kind of just skating around now. And I know we're up by 3, but would like to see a little intensity. All right, picked up by Beckett. Not much of a shot. Grady sends one back down deep. All right, power play is not currently looking that good. Beckett sends one wide over to Travis. Throws it to the middle and goes all the way out. That'll be an icing. It's getting ugly.
First power play was better than the second power play.
Has not been a good power play.
But I mean, compared to each other.
I think in general. All right, Cam takes that face off. Downey had put one on net and another icing. So about halfway through this game, leading shots on goal 27-7, up 3-0. Face off by Cam goes back to Grady, who just sends one in deep. And that one goes out into the neutral zone, all the way into their zone. Grady to Brady. They get it back into neutral ice. And that's a shot fired in and covered up by Theo. So that'll be a face-off in the Fargo zone. All right, Owen takes face off. All right, Patrick comes up with it back, puts it back behind over to Martin. Martin gets it back to Owen. And they bring it all the way in. Casper, I think, tripped over a stick back behind the goal. Martin on the far side plays it. All right, that one sent all the way in by Fargo is an icing. So going the other way. All right, Grant taking face off. Tries to get it over. Oh, does get it over to Travis. Grant taps it back behind, picked up by Travis. I thought that was a... I agree. And then Beckett fires one on. All right, that goes back into the neutral zone. Well, they're going to call another penalty on Fargo. Casper goes in, shot on goal. Yeah, Fargo's goalie making lots of saves tonight. All right, so Minneapolis goes back on the power play again for the third time in the game. We're 0 for 2 so far on the power play. Martin back to Dietz, back to Martin. Oh, nice pass over to Nico. Another shot on goal, but just a little bit too much into the body. All right, so face-off, Minneapolis zone, still a minute 52 left in the power play. Casper drops it back to Dietz, gets it over to Martin. Martin fires one off the shin pads. And I think, let's see, Owen got the goal. And that was kind of off of a Casper or Nico shot. I don't know. Martin went through second, so maybe I'm completely off, and it was Martin who got the shot and the assist. I don't know. So that'll make it 4 to 0 with 5 minutes left to go. So that was our first power play goal of the game. All right, Martin looks ahead. We've got Brady playing that back behind. I don't know. We kind of were dragging our feet there. We shouldn't have let that get into the neutral zone. But Brady comes up with that. Gets tapped in deep. All right, Martin sends that in, goes all the way around. Patrick picks it up, sends it back in behind. Picked up by Fargo, snagged by Grant. All right, we got Patrick playing the puck there. They weren't able to get any sort of shot off. There's a shot on goal. Theo makes a save. Out in front, they get another shot on. Theo covers. 3.5 left to go in the second period. I think they're going to resurface the ice after this period. So we might have a little 10-15 minute break here in a few minutes. All right, face-off won by Fargo. Oh, Beckett whiffs on the puck over there. He wanted to take that one up and missed the puck. All right, Grady sends that back behind to Dietz. Dietz looks ahead, ends up going to a Fargo defender. Tapped into the corner, sent back around over to Grady. Grady kind of whiffs on it too. Cam comes up with it. Dietz picks it up, gets it up to Beckett, who flips it ahead. Travis tried to chase it down. All right, Beckett gets in there from behind to break that up. Sent back behind the net, comes out to a defender. That's Cam, gets it up to Beckett. Beckett just flips it ahead. Wow, Beckett dives, somehow gets a shot on goal with that. And then Beckett grabs one out in front and makes it 5-0.
What's the deal, boys?
All right, Casper picks that one up. Not sure what happened down there. Shot by Martin goes high.
Almost out of the zone, but not quite.
Now just under 2 minutes left to go here in the second. Ooh, Casper. Oh, Casper had one out in front. Whipped. Another. Yeah, another opportunity for Minneapolis there. Goalie made the save. Kind of blew an early whistle. Not that it matters. We had. All right, so about a minute and a half left to go in the period. Nico comes up with it for a second, goes back behind their net. Back out in front, gets to Martin. Grant tries to send one in deep, gets grabbed by Fargo, and that's probably going to be an icing. It is. All right, so Cam taking face off. Gets tapped into the corner, goes all the way back around. Dietz is at it. Bouncing puck out in front, goes back behind Fargo. Oh, he gets it up to their own guy for just a second before he lost it. Yeah, that pops into the neutral zone. Brady picks it up, gets it back to Grady. Oh, guys, come on. All right, that one just gets sent out to Fargo's defense. Downey played that puck, but still got it through. That one goes off the shin pads of Dietz, I think. All right, Fargo coming in with a little speed. And that blocked by Dietz, sent back behind to Grady. Up to Brady. Up to Downey. Oh, Downey gets it back to Cam, and there's too many guys there to scoop that away. And that'll do it for the second period. I think they've researched. Yeah, it looks like they're getting the Zamboni out. Alright, I'm going to leave this on because I'm worried if I turn it off, I'll lose the feed. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes.
We had the same draw in a tournament like 2 weeks ago where we played Cottage Grove, who's the number 3 seed, Matamidi, and then Minnetonka, who was like number 7 or something. And guess what? We didn't win a game either. And so like, yeah, it sucks. Yeah. I was wrong. remember everybody else down here was full. And I was out there like shedding That's the one that you read,
That'd be worse to be snowy in this one.
How hard
All right, start of the third period. All right, so start of third period. Beckett plays that one in the corner. Pops out to Grady. Grady over to Dietz. Dietz. Oh, man, what a snipe by Dietz for the first goal. It's his first goal of the season. All right. So a sweet snipe there by Dietz. Gives Minneapolis a 6-0 lead. All right, Grady picks that up. Plays it in the neutral zone up to Nico. Oh, gets one in. All right, so that goes 5-hole. We'll give it 6-1 in favor of Minneapolis. On another note, too, we've got Owen, who is only in his helmet over there on the bench. So he took that shot earlier, which he came back and I think even got a goal after that. So hopefully they're playing it safe and having him sit out for the rest of this one. And that there's nothing actually wrong. We'd love to have him for the rest of this. Another couple shots on goal. Oh, Downey out in front. All right, gets it out to Martin. Martin back behind to Downey. Well, and Fargo had a chance to get through, but Patrick gets him off the puck. All right, Brady up to Beckett. Grant dumps that one in deep. Comes out to Dietz. Dietz sends one in back behind the net. Gets to Dietz, over to Beckett, centering past to Cam. Ended up losing that one in the middle. And that one's going to get fired up high over the net into the upper netting. All right, Nico tried to scoop that through. Ended up getting picked up by Grady. Over to Dietz. Fargo sends it back to their defense. Oh, shot fired in on Theo. Goes back behind the net. That was Nico who gets to it, over to Dietz. No, Dietz sends it over, but to a Fargo guy. All right, and Nico comes out with it. Tries to get it all the way up to Travis. All right, Nico fires that one in wide of the net. Travis picks it up. Travis brings it out. Yeah, that goes high and over the net. Centering pass by Casper. Doesn't find anyone. Puck comes all the way out. All right, Casper picks that up, brings it through center. And picked up by Fargo, offsides. Fargo. All right, Fargo comes up with it. Picked up by Grant and held in. Played back behind is Brady. That ended up hitting the skate of Grant and staying in. Alright, comes back down. Martin's first to it. Gets over to Patrick, who sends it up to Brady, who dumps one deep. We've got 9:40 left to go. Ooh, Downey comes out with that one in the middle, drops it down to Brady. Brady gets it over to Dietz, but he's covered up. And it comes back the other way. Ooh, that one fired in from the red line. All right, 9 minutes left to go here in the third. Face-off won by Fargo, gets dropped back behind, picked up by Dietz. Dietz sends it up the board, goes to Fargo, comes out. Oh, Becca tried to strip that one in the middle, but ends up being an offsides. All right, face-off won by Fargo. right. Oh. Travis tries to, I think, just pass that over to Cam, but ends up finding the goalie instead. All right, that one comes back to Dietz. Dietz fires it off of the shin pads of a Fargo player. Grady picks that up over to Dietz. All right, that comes all the way back to the middle, gets sent near side. Gets back to Travis. Travis drops to Grady. Gets off of a skate. All right, out and bouncing out in front. Not a good spot. All right, sent up to Beckett. Beckett loses it. All right, sent in back behind. Grady fires all the way up to Casper and gets past him and all the way to the goal. So goalie will cover that one up. All right, that one comes out to Patrick, fires off the shins, gets to Nico, who fires a shot on right in the belly. All right, puck back behind. Comes out into the neutral zone. All right, gets a shot off wide of Theo. He gets another shot on Theo, glove save. We've got 6 minutes, 38 seconds left to go in the third period. Minneapolis up 6-1. Shots on goal, 40-14. Martin skates, ends up going to Fargo. Ooh, Travis tries to keep it in, ends up knocking one of their guys over. Travis ends up picking it up, coming in with it, playing it back behind. Ooh, wraparound. Goalie had that played. Patrick sends it back behind. All right, Fargo grabs it from behind, sends one all the way up. That'll be an ice in. So we've got 5:44 left in the third. All right, face-off picked up by Fargo. Played, they're letting a puck go through the middle there too, but lucky for them, we didn't have anybody there. Beckett plays it back behind. Beckett still back behind, ends up losing it to Grady. tries to center. Beckett, shot blocked out in front. Dietz fires one on. So this is definitely up there on our highest number of shots on goal in a game. We're currently at 42 with 5 minutes left to play. All right, neutral zone. All right, finally picked up by Beckett, skates it across. Ooh, Beckett shot wide and lost his stick there. Picked up by Nico. Centered by Beckett, goes through the crease. Nobody there. Picked up by Travis. Shot by Martin and rebound by Nico. All right, so that makes it 7-10, or 7-1, with 4:10 left to play. Oh man, I think that might be a hat trick for Nico. So I think, yeah, he got one earlier in the game, and then he just got two in a row. So that makes it 8-1, which I believe is running time, up by 7. That one fired wide by Patrick over to Casper. So Minneapolis will win. I'm confident in saying we will win this one. We'll go on to play Lakeville South tomorrow, I believe at 11:30. Right around then. I can't confirm on my phone. And that's a glove save by Theo.
Game tomorrow at 11:30. I know, that's where I'm at too. I have to tell the 3 viewers what time tomorrow. 11:30. All right, confirmed. We will play Lakeville South at 11:30 tomorrow. And then we have another game tomorrow night. I didn't get confirmation on that one, but I think that's 8:15 or 8:30 again. But we've got a pretty big break tomorrow between our two, which is kind of nice. 2 minutes left to go. Still running clock. So Grady gets it up to Beckett. Wow, what a shot by Travis there. Beckett to Travis. So a couple big takeaways on this game.
Remember I said if you guys got double digits, we're going outside.
To have a beer, though, I believe. Now I don't want to do it. All right, that one gets up to Becca. Wow.
Doesn't get a shot off. Got 42 seconds left to go. Right out in the middle. Patrick tried to get a shot off. So we've got 46 shots on goal. All right. Patrick sends that in. 15 seconds left to go. Nico's going to pick this one up, skate it across. Oh. Right. I like the effort on that, but definitely want to avoid any more injuries now, especially that we've got Owen out. Hopefully he'll be back for our game tomorrow. Not sure how he's feeling. He's walking fine over there, but you never know. So, all right, that'll be it for the first game here in Hermantown. 11:30 tomorrow against Lakeville South.